This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
So when I started teaching this information 35 years ago, I had discovered common sense, God's and Grandma's ways of handling money. After I went broke, when I went broke, I was making a couple of $100,000 a year, and I had a net worth of $1 million in real estate, and I have all the letters and licenses after my name and all the academic bullcrap that says I'm supposed to know something about money, and I went broke. So obviously something I learned with the academic bullcrap was just that, bullcrap. Now, obviously some of it was right, but I learned from old people that had money and from basic common sense things in the Bible that you have to live on less than you make. You have to live on a budget, a written plan. No one goes to success accidentally. You have to get out of debt and stay out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. You have to save and invest and discover the eighth wonder of the world, Einstein called it, compound interest. And you have to be outrageously generous. These are 5 components that are principles of life that are ancient and they are proven. Then the next thing I had to figure out, and it took me a few years, was in how do I apply them in the real world? Well, I'm going to cut up my credit cards. I'm going to get on a budget. I'm going to not borrow money for a car. What do I do if I'm in debt? Well, we're going to use the debt snowball and get out of debt. Oh, I've got to have an emergency fund. Do I do that before a retirement plan? Oh, I've got to save for my kids' college. Oh, wait, we need to pay off the house. Oh, my goodness, where do we start? Which of these comes first? I don't know what to do. So we took the 5 principles and I put them into a process, a proven plan, a path that we nicknamed the baby steps. Now, the baby steps are not ancient. Well, they're 30 years old, but they're not ancient like ancient wisdom from Proverbs, okay? But the principles that I talked about, the 5 things, are all woven into the baby steps, and it gives you an order of attack. Mm-hmm. And we've taught people that the first thing you do, save $1,000, a little starter emergency fund. It's not enough, but it's just for now. The second thing you do, baby step 2, is you pay off all your debts except your house with great focused intensity. You live on nothing, and you list your debts smallest to largest and attack them in that order. Then when you're out of debt, everything but the house, boom, you're in the top 10% of Americans right then. And then we're going to go ahead and finish the emergency fund at 3 to 6 months of expenses. Then we can let off the gas and let the intensity go down and let it change to intentionality, and we simultaneously do baby steps 4, 5, and 6. Save for 15% for retirement, save for kids' college, and start paying off the house at 6. When the house is paid off, it takes you to baby step 7, which is everything is paid off. Now there's nothing left to do but build wealth and become very, very generous. So in the midst of that, Jade, we've taught this, and you've taught it as well. You're running into some detailed questions about 4, 5, and 6, the retirement, the college, and the house.
Yeah, the people on social media are like, you're always talking about paying off the debt, Jade. What about for us who have gotten through it? Can we have a deep dive on baby steps 4, 5, and 6? And I'm like, yes. So I went through, I look at my DMs on Instagram, and I do look at some of the questions on Facebook, and I try to pull 10 that I feel like are the most asked questions. So let's...
Frequently asked questions on Jade's DMs.
Yes, let's clip through these. So the
it's
first
better
question...
than Dave reads mean tweets. But yeah.
Well, let me add one to it, just because you mentioned it. So on baby step 4, Dave, is it my pre-tax number that I'm doing the 15%, or is it my after-tax number, my take-home? Pre-tax. So there you go,
gross
people.
Revenues. So if you make $100,000 a year, you need to save $15,000. If you make $200,000, you need to save $30,000.
There you go. Well, Dave, if I'm on baby step 4 and all of a sudden I use up my emergency fund, do I have to stop baby step 4, which is investing the 15%, in order to restock my emergency fund?
If you can't restock it within 2 months, yes.
Within 2 months. So there's
you don't want to be going without an emergency fund. Mm-hmm. When you walk around without an emergency fund, it attracts bad luck. Mm-hmm. It's like Murphy is looking out, got me one.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
So 2 months is the rule on that. How about this one? How do I toggle between baby step 3B, which is saving for a down payment on a house, and baby step 4? Do I pick one or the other? When do I focus on one over the other?
You take that one.
All right. So I would say that if you're going to spend more than 2 years saving up baby step 3B, I might consider adding baby step 4 to it. And if you're able to save up that down payment really quickly, then I would just stop baby step 4. When you're done, go on to baby step 4.
Yeah, like 6 months, pour the heat on, no retirement.
Yeah.
And then go to retirement full on.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes people do, I'll take the match. My employer matches 6, so I'll do 6% instead of 15 while I'm doing 3B.
Yeah, you can do them at the same time.
Yeah.
But ultimately we don't want you to
You don't want to do
them.
no retirement for more than 2 or 3 years.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. Number 3, what do I do if I make too much, Dave, for a Roth IRA?
Backdoor Roth.
Aha.
Backdoor Roth is you open an after-tax IRA, traditional, and roll it to a Roth instantaneously. I do it every year, and I do it for my wife as well every year. We have fully funded Roths every single year. Perfectly legal. It's a loophole in the tax law.
That's right. And by the way, when you say you open, what you really mean is work with a...
I work with my SmartVestor Pro. They do it. I don't do it.
There you go. I just wanted to clarify that because on the Instagrams, they're saying you do it. Like you do your own investing.
The only thing I do on my investing is I throw money in an S&P 500, park it till I get my next real estate deal. But that's baby step 7 stuff there.
Yeah. So let me jump down to question 10 because it goes along with it. It says, do I really need to use a financial advisor to choose the funds in my 401k, or can I just pick the funds myself?
You can pick them yourself in a 401k, but you need a good financial advisor in your corner, not to tell you what to do, but to teach you.
That's right.
And then the other thing, if you're watching the news and you go, oh God, Israel's at war, the stock market's going to dive, we're all going to die. You know, you need somebody to talk you off the ledge and keep you invested because you don't want to jump off in the middle of the roller coaster ride.
I know, that's right. All right, what to do with extra money when your home is paid off? My home is paid off. I've maxed my 401k, my IRAs, and my HSA is also maxed. What else can I do?
Well, there's 2 things that people do. I only do 3 things. I only do, as far as investing, what can other people do? I buy real estate that I pay cash for. And as it goes up in value, you do not pay taxes on the increase in value until you sell it.
Well, Dave, I'm not really into real estate. I don't want to be a landlord.
Buy a low turnover mutual fund, and that means they don't sell the stock inside of it very often, so it doesn't have taxes. You only pay taxes when you sell out of the mutual fund on 98% of it. You know, if you got a low turnover ratio mutual fund. And so like an S&P 500 generally would be that. And that's why I use those to park extra money in.
What about these REITs?
They're fine. Just check your track record on them. That's a real estate investment trust. It's basically a mutual fund for real estate. In the old days, they stacked them with fees so high that the returns were much less than growth stock mutual funds. But in the last 10 years or so, they've really come on. They've done a much better job of running them. And I don't buy those because I buy real estate.
Right.
But they're not bad, and just check the track record on them.
Love that. What amount extra should I put onto the mortgage, or should you ever stop the mortgage to increase investing or vice versa?
15% of your household income into retirement at baby step 4, something into kids' college at baby step 5, and any other money we find above lifestyle, we put on the mortgage until the mortgage is gone. The 2 key areas of people that get their first $1 to $5 million of net worth, and all the research and data that we have says a beefy 401k, Roth IRA, retirement plan, and a paid-off house.
Love that.
Those are the 2 places to go to get rich.
For college saving, ESA or 529?
They're the same thing. The ESA, the good news about it is there's only one kind, and you control it. The 529, there's 3 different kinds, and only one of them is good. And the one that you control is the one that's good.
True.
But don't get into 529 is prepaid college. You don't do prepaid college. You don't do that. That's a bad 529.
And ESAs do have contribution
529
limits.
with your SmartVestor Pro is the same thing as an ESA.
Yeah.
You select the mutual funds and you're just fine.
Cool. Good job, Dave.
Quick, rapid fire.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. To learn more about how to plan for retirement, visit RamseySolutions.com/retire or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.